Every time I do one of those videos that's only for NBA nerds, I get so many people saying we want more. So today we testing a website that's basically gonna be new to you, because I've been on here before. Maybe it's new to you, maybe not. Maybe you a real NBA nerd and you got all of these bookmarked like I do. It's called Crafted NBA. The link will be in the description. And I know the front page might be a turn off and you might not want to like dive deep into it based off this, but I promise you it's some really cool stuff here. Actually, no, I made a video about this part specifically on my main channel. So some of y'all probably have been on this website. It's got some cool stuff. And I think that this has been updated, hasn't it? I think it's been updated because Jimmy Butler's got his new hair. This has been updated. I might have to do another video soon. But it's got every single player that was active last season. So you won't get anything rookie related, but you can click on the player and it'll tell you all the stats you're really curious about Anthony Davis. So on offense, Anthony Davis this season was similar to Pascal Siakam and Aaron Gordon. That's not that great, AD. Pascal was all NBA, so that is, but like the rest of these dudes, not so much. On defense, he was like Jakob Poeltl, Alonzo Ball. I wonder how they figured that out. Similar score, the difference between the percentile scores of this player, okay, whatever. And overall, this is why we love Isaiah Hartenstein. The advanced numbers love Isaiah Hartenstein. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. And they got these down here, the usage. So he is a roll man / post man. He cuts a little bit of spot up. Not that much ISO for Anthony Davis, at least this season. And then majority of the time, he is guarding centers, but he does get times where he's guarding fours as well. And then he's got all the advanced stats, plus minuses, and a lot of this stuff. Your boy, I mean, I know the traditional stuff because I've been on this earth for 26 years at this point and been an NBA fan for 20 of those. This is my 20-year anniversary of being an NBA fan, which is crazy. All right. I mean, not a NBA fan that's going on the internet and searching advanced stats, but like I discovered the game of basketball around this time 20 years ago. So I think this is a very cool spot to go. Let's see the league's best passers according to last season. The passer rating, the highest passer rating in the NBA last season was Christopher Emmanuel Paul. And they give you a formula. That doesn't tell me much. But this is how they determine the passer rating. If you care about formula. I dropped out of school to stay away from stuff like this, but I'm gonna trust the people over at Crafted. It's number 1, Chris Paul, and then number 2, Iggy. So you can change it if you want to and be like, Iggy didn't play enough minutes. So let's get to the people that's playing a lot. So let's say, let's say 1,000 minutes played. So now we got like real life starters and people that play real rotational minutes. So it's Chris Paul 1, Draymond Green 2, Tyrese Halliburton 3, Tyus Jones, one of the best backups in basketball, James Harden, and Trey Jones. The Jones brothers just got vision. Trey Jones might surprise some people this season. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of his advanced stats look pretty good. And now he's probably gonna be the full-time starter, I think. I don't really know what's going on over there. But on offense, he was close to either Scotty Barnes or Saban Lee. I cannot see anything further from each other. He got Scotty Barnes, Saban Lee, who doesn't play, and at the bottom, he got Bradley Beal, Brandon Ingram, and Jimmy Butler. And overall, he was more like Saban Lee and Malachi Flynn, which makes a little bit more sense. But hey, if you're predicting the breakout, last season he was one of the best passers in basketball, and now he's going to get even more minutes this year. I don't know. Maybe a guy you want to look at. What about just centers? Nikola Jokic, okay. Nikola Jokic, Mason Plumlee, Steven Adams, and Al Horford are all the only centers in basketball with a passer rating over 7. Let's go to 6. That's where you get Isaiah Hartenstein and Kevon Looney. And if we go to 5, we get Larry Nance, Alperen Sengun, which is lower than I anticipated for him. Robert Williams is actually a really solid passer on that role. Good to see him here. He's probably going to be better this year with just another year under his belt. Best player in the league was Nikola Jokic, according to the Crafted PM, which is predictive crafted plus minus. If you care about that, I'm just saying. Nikola Jokic was the best player in basketball last season. That is the reason he won MVP. And this is kind of cool because now you can see that there's some type of merit to this because number 1, number 2, and number 3 were all the top 3 candidates for MVP this season. So this stat that they made themselves is telling you that these were the 3 most valuable players in basketball, and the league also determined that too. I think Jokic was first, Joel was second, and Giannis was third when it came to the final scores and everything. So this tells you that. And Tatum was not too far behind. Bron at the age, bro, he's still doing it. Then Curry, Rudy Gobert, one of the advanced stat legends. And the Kawhi Leonard one is probably based off the year before because he didn't play this season, so he's probably just thrown in there because of that. What's the biggest surprise? Mike Conley being 19 is a surprise to me. I didn't think Mike Conley had that great of a season. Maybe I just wasn't watching close enough. I mean, this right here tells you he was in the green for so many different things. They even have badges, by the way. We gonna get to badges in a little bit, but he's got a lot of badges. And yeah, maybe I just wasn't watching Mike Conley good enough. He averaged about 13.7 points per game this season, 43% from the field, 40% three-point shooter. The advanced stats, true shooting 57%. Passer rating is close to 8. Portability is one of my favorite stats. We'll look at that in a little bit. And then plus minus and stuff like that. Cool. Mike Conley, higher than I anticipated. Show me the defense, because if you're around here, you know I love me some defense. But instead of looking at the best defenders or the most versatile defenders or the board man gets paid, let's look at the people who get the ole, 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 ole. They don't defend nothing. The worst defender in basketball this season was Anthony Simons, Jalen Green, Terrence Ross, and De'Aaron Fox. In the offseason, I was putting together this video where I watched 5 games, like legit just sat down and watched 5 games from the 3 worst defenders in basketball. And I don't mean just caring about their offensive production, but literally watching them on defense and seeing why the numbers hate them so much. That video kind of fell through because I got bored. It would have been boring content to be like, oh, he let somebody cut back door right there. Oh, he fell asleep right there. Oh, he wasn't a help right there. And it felt like I was, hitting somebody that needed to be hit. Like instead of admiring the greatness of a player, I'm looking at their bad parts. So that's why that video got scrapped, especially since we team enjoy basketball. But I thought about it for sure. And Anthony Simons was going to be the guy that I looked at. So yeah, those are the worst defenders. What about the worst defensive center in basketball? Ooh, interesting. No matter what, the defense, they're better than a lot of the guard. There's not a single center that's in this. Are we serious? Oh wait, I got to go up. So it was at 15. All right, there we go. So the worst defensive center in basketball was Mo Wagner this season, followed by Willie Hern-Gomez, Alperen Sengun, and Mamu. Yeah. Then Goga. Yeah. Then Thomas Bryant, who's an LA Laker now. And then after that, we get to Day'Ron Sharpe, who's 21, and Kevin Love and Karl Anthony Towns. And okay, so these are the 11 worst defensive centers in basketball based on last season. Give me the most versatile defenders. I know for sure Scotty Barnes is in the upper echelon. Something we've talked about a lot, whether it be on this channel or one of my other channels. He is versatile. When they talk about versatility, this is what they mean. Who do you defend? He spent 15% of the time guarding point guards, 23% of the time on shooting guards, 21% on small forwards, power forwards, 18%. And then, yeah, he was versatile as heck defensively. Now, versatility doesn't always translate to greatness. And I think Scotty Barnes is a good defender in his rookie season with the possibility of being great. But I'm just saying, he just guarded a bunch of people this year. Paul George, also extremely versatile. So let's say you had the versatility rating super high. Let's give it 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes. Versatility rating of a, let's say 80, 85. Matchup difficulty of a 70. And the defense of a 1. Oh, nobody. Oh, okay, that's not great. All right, the lower is better, Kenny. Duh. So let's just say defensive. Let's just say 0. So these are not only the most versatile defenders, but also really good defenders. And Scotty Barnes is still up there. So these players are super versatile. And they held the best matchup. They're going against the top dogs. Royce O'Neal, Dorian Finney-Smith, Aaron Gordon, Miles Bridges, and Herb Jones are the top 5 defenders when it comes to their versatility and also them defending the tough dudes. But if you want to put it all together, Herb Jones is number 1 when you balance out the versatility, the matchup, and the crafted DPM. Tatum and Tatum is really high, man. Hey, JT is the defender. Looking a little bit better than Jaylen Brown. And it feels like his consensus has always been that Jaylen Brown was the better defender. But according to the stats, JT's the man. Rim protection. Wow. That go my boy Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley is the man, but didn't play enough minutes, so we taking those away. Give me 1,000 minutes. It is Jared Allen, Jared Jackson Jr., and Rudy Gobert. Makes a lot of sense. All 3 of those guys were at least in conversation for all defensive team. I don't think Jared made it, but Jaren and Rudy Gobert did. Defended field goal percentage, Jared Allen has that. And frequency, Evan Mobley is the highest in that. Okay. I mean, this is an insane stat. These 3 are in. So I guess Jaden McDaniels is pretty high there too for a guy that's not known as a rim protector. He's a wing in there. Everybody else is like a center or /big. He's legit a wing in there. So That's cool. Everybody else is legit a big. Muck it up are the people that get in the passing lanes. And of course, you got Matisse Thybulle, Alex Caruso, and Jose Alvarado. Power forward, Jose. It's got to be a typo. That's the only thing I can guess. It's got to be a typo. There's no other no other way around it. It's got to be a typo. Yeah, typo. It's not a perfect site. Nothing's perfect. So here's the futures one. These guys are gonna be good. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So you're saying these guys are already all NBA. This guy's already an all-star. This guy's all NBA. This guy's all NBA. So DeAnthony Melton. Okay, DeAnthony Melton's the first guy here that hasn't made an all-star game / all NBA team. He's only 24 years old, but he is in the backup role for sure. Then you got Bam, Jaren Jackson Jr., all defensive team already. Quickly higher than Darius Garland in the peak, crafted peak PM, whatever the heck that. Actually, I can tell you what that means. Why am I being lazy? Crafted peak plus minus at the age of 27. So they're projecting. When this person gets to 27, this is the type of whatever. What about peak WAR? Wins above replacement, right? That's what WAR is. I watched a little bit of football and baseball in my day. I think that's what that is. DeAnthony Melton really high. I didn't really see DeAnthony Melton as a guy that will be a star one day, and this doesn't change my mind really. But to see him number 7 above some guys that are already stars are going to be better, it's crazy. We also got Lonzo. Franz Wagner makes sense. Jose Alvarado, the power forward. Already 24 years old for Jose Alvarado, which is something I didn't really think about until right now. Unsung heroes. This is something I don't think I've ever looked at. Oh, it's like, yeah. People hate Rudy Gobert. Okay, that's not a fun one. But the one that I've never seen, or the one I wanted to talk about the most, is this portability. These are the players that if you put them on any team, they are going to be successful. The question we are attempting to answer is how well would a player fit if you drop them into a team with 14 random players? Steph Curry, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Lonzo Ball, and then Cam Johnson. Which is interesting because Steph Curry is one of the greatest of all time, so there's no surprise there. Kyle Lowry just does a little bit of everything to make you excited about him. Same thing with Fred VanVleet. Lonzo Ball is a versatile defender. Cam Johnson just catch and shoot and play some defense. LaMelo Ball, like, it makes sense, these top dudes for sure. Can we look at the worst portable player? Like, is that a thing? Colin Sexton. Can we go negative? There is a negative. Give me the worst you can go. The least portable player in the NBA right now. Oh, it's Colin Sexton. It doesn't actually go. But he only had 300 minutes of PT. Lamar Stevens, okay. Cam Thomas, Aaron Wiggins. You're seeing a bunch of young players and Tristan Thompson. There's just so much on this site. I don't want to spend too much time because maybe we come back. But, you know, you got different roles on here. You could just look at team ratings. Hasn't been updated since January, February, March. So you can take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But, like, some stuff you could really look at. Each team's best closing lineup. You know, like, this is some super fun stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, they're going to continue to upgrade it. You got, like, the Hall of Fame stuff. Oh, my God. We got to come back for this. No. Yeah. I'm going to get a random player. Let's say Jalen Rose. Who does Jalen Rose in 2006 play the most like since 1978? The answer is Mark Aguirre this season and Mike Mitchell this season and Mark Aguirre overall. So this, I could spend an entire 50 minutes watching or doing this, but we won't. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let's craft the NBA if you want to go there.